Alright, so here we have a little bit older GE fridge, and this fridge recently began making a buzzing noise kind of coming from the freezer. And I determined after a little bit that the fan motor in the freezer that pushes the air down into the refrigerator, at least from what I can tell, had a bad bearing on the little AC electric motor. So today I'm going to attempt to replace this motor. So first things first, before you order the motor, if the buzzing is fairly loud and you want to quiet it down, you can try to oil the bearing. This most likely will not last forever, this oiling. I use WD-40, which is of course not the best oil to use, but it did quiet it down quite a bit, for a little while at least. Unfortunately, the freezer is not making or the motor's not making the noise right now, so I can't demonstrate that. But I will replace it. Okay, so kind of first things first, you're going to want to cut power to the unit because you're going to be working with some electrical here. So I've done that. And next, there are two screws to be taken out right here. And I've taken those out. They look like this. So then this moves up, comes off, and that shouldn't be there. I'll show you how that goes back. So the first thing first, if you want a faster fix for this and you haven't ordered the motor, this little fan blade right here will pull off. Not very easily at all. But before you do that, there's a little metal ring that attaches around the fan like so to hold it on. So you're going to want to remove that also. And then here we can see the fan motor right here, and inside we have the bad bearing. So you take this off and you shoot a little bit of lubrication deep into the motor, not too much, and then hopefully that'll quiet it down for a little bit. But that's just a temporary fix. So then the next step is to remove these screws right here, which I'll do. And you could also use this opportunity to clean your fridge, like I have not, or your freezer, like I have not done, but maybe I will too. Perfect opportunity, because you're going to want to have everything removed from your freezer when you do this. Make sure you know where you put all your screws and stuff. Oh, looks like there's a couple little bolts there. I will have to see if I can find the proper tool for that. Alright, we're back. Well, I don't have the appropriate tool, so look, I'm improvising. Hopefully it'll work. And it will. Great. Before you start a job, you probably want to make sure that you have all the appropriate tools. And really, I shouldn't say probably. You definitely want the right tools for the job before you start. Okay, let's see. This comes off here somehow. Okay, this foam piece comes out. And this metal piece comes out. And looks like this whole bracket will come off. Nice and greasy too. No. Rats. Looks like I'm on other sides that I don't have. Ugh. Oh my god. I have no idea how, but this fits. Seriously, I've saved my ass here. That's just insane, almost. Try not to drop anything down here. Okay. Alright, well, take a look at this. So here we have the old fridge motor, and it's just held in place by a little compression. Did I? Almost looks like this other side is missing. I don't know if it was ever in there or not. Looks like the rubber grommet thing is missing from there. But anyways, here's the old fridge motor. And this is what was given the problem. So, we have the new fridge motor. And all we're going to do is just replace it. So, let's do that. So, we'll put it back like so. Oops, sorry. Like so. And then attempt to put this all back together with this camera blocking my movement somewhat. And looks like on one side there's ground. So make sure to put the ground back on the refrigeration coil here. Oh crap. Probably in the way here. And that is not perfect, but that looks better. And I think this is universal, or symmetrical here, so I don't think the way it sits is that important. Okay, so that is back in business, it looks to be. Unless I dropped it. I don't think I dropped any pieces. I think we were just missing from the start this other rubber thing on this side. I'll have to look back in the video. Alright, so let's hook it back up. And give it a whirl. Let's see. Turn it back on, make sure it works. And it is spinning very quietly. Good. That is very quiet too, that's very nice. Okay, let's just put the rest of this back together. We have this rear panel. And we have these screws. And my makeshift nut drivers. Two screws for the rear plate. Probably shouldn't tighten these up all the way until you get all the screws in. They're not machined perfectly, I'm assuming. Oh, wait a second. Put this going afterwards, yes. Pop this back in. Okay. Tighten these up now. And then hopefully the motor will be mounted properly where the fan will not touch the sides. And when you're putting it back on, you want to look for the side that does not have a recessed part. So you'd be able to snip back on this little metal ring, which I'm not going to get right back on right now. So, let's see about this. That flips on like that, and let's again start this up here. See if it spins and doesn't touch anything. And look at that. No noise, no loud bearing squeal. Okay, well, I guess I'll leave it on. And then we have the final part to put back on. This part, there's a little vent down here. And you can tell how it lines up because there's a piece of foam here. So let's put that back on. Yep, like that. And this just comes up and pops back down. Two more screws down here at the bottom. And we're back in business. And yes, clean out your freezer when you have the opportunity like this. I don't know if you can see it, but it's not the cleanest freezer. Well, I hope this video helped you in some way. If you have one of these a little bit older GE fridge freezers, I'll get the model number in a little bit, and it starts making a loud noise, it may be this motor, which you can order a replacement from, and also lubricate until you get one.